The stage is set for the Minnesota Vikings this year. That's right. Week 1 matchup against the Cincinnati Bengals. Excuse me. And the rest of their schedule on the way. But at the end of the day, it's time for the Minnesota Vikings to make their plays, do the things they're supposed to do, and find a way to come out with wins, because that's all that matters in the NFL. Time is running out for Kirk Cousins. Guy that's been in the squad now for, a couple of seasons now. Just hasn't quite gotten it done. 3 years with the Vikings, and I can honestly say that all but maybe 2019 have been forgettable, and that's not all on him. I think it's been a combination of his offensive line, a lot of different things. Defense, obviously, last year. But you got Kellerman in the building now, and maybe hopefully a bright future on the horizon. But the stage is set for the Minnesota Vikings to have to make some plays and make some noise this year in the NFC North and in the NFC. But before we get to the reasons why the stage is set for the Minnesota Vikings, make sure you guys like and subscribe down below. Leave a like and a comment. It helps people find the show. We greatly appreciate all the support that we've gotten and continue to get, and we love every single one of you. We have watched the Vikings be promising with some years and not so promising others. Quite frankly, they have the best running back, or one of the best running backs, rather, in the NFL in Dalvin Cook. You've got solid wide receivers in Justin Jefferson, Adam Thielen, Emir Smith-Marset, Dede Westbrook going to make some noise this year, KJ Osborne. The whole group is set to have an impact this year. It's looking great. It's looking very promising, especially with what the Vikings were able to do. But I'm here to say right now, the season has to start fast for the Vikings. Make no mistake. Because if they find a way which it would be typical Minnesota Vikings fashion, if the Vikings find a way to start out cold, start out like they did last year, 0-3, 0-4, whatever it was, because they've got some tests right away. You talk about the Bengals, okay, I think they've got 3 solid wide receivers in Joe Burrow, and Joe Burrow at quarterback, but they have 3 solid wide receivers in Tyler Boyd, T. Higgins, and I think there is going to be a lot for the Bengals that they're going to bring into the building, and they're going to be tough to stop now. They are absolutely going to be, and also Jamar Chase, of course. So how could I forget that? But at the end of the day, this is going to be a solid test for the Vikings because of the current state of the corners. I'm not sure if they're up for it. I really am not. Quite frankly, I believe that they need to get pressure on Joe Burrow early and often. Because if they do not, Joe Burrow has the talent to rip the Vikings apart. Eric Kendricks in there manning the middle. Anthony Barr, not sure if he's going to play yet. Nick Vigil. It really all comes down to starting fast for the Vikings this week, and the entire season, to me, really rests on this game. If they can set the tempo, if they can get up early and start to run the football and play the Vikings football that we have seen them win with in the past, I think this could be a very promising year. They have the weapons. We've covered it. Justin Jefferson, Adam Thielen, all the weapons. Tyler Conklin could have a big year as well. But at the end of the day, there's a lot that's going up in the air right now, obviously with the offensive line and Rashad Hill, Ezra Cleveland at left guard there, Garrett Bradbury at center, Oli Udoh, who I think is going to make some plays at right guard, and you finally got Brian O'Neill, who was just signed to a contract extension. The stage is set. The players are there, especially defensively. Danielle Hunter, Michael Pierce, Dalvin Tomlinson, DJ Wanamo, I think, is going to make a big splash. Everson Griffin's back. You got Sheldon Richardson, Armon Watts also on the inside. James Lynch making the squad. This defensive line should not be a liability like it was last year. We've covered the linebackers. The corners are somewhat, I think they're stacked in some regards. You got Bashard Breeland and also Patrick Peterson there and Chris Boyd. Harrison Hand, who's been making plays. Mackenzie Alexander's back, and somehow Cameron Dantzler was barely made the roster. That should tell you something because he was one of the top-graded corners last year. But at the end of the day, this squad and this stage is set for the Vikings to have to make some noise this year. They have to start out with a big win in Ohio against the Bengals, and it has to start now because if they don't, it could be another long season for the Vikings. And quite frankly, if they can't get things moving, it could be dire dire situation. So, but let us know what you guys think. Make sure you guys like and subscribe down below. Leave a like and a comment. It helps people find the show. We greatly appreciate all the support that we've gotten and continue to get. You guys are all truthfully awesome, and we love every single one of you. Check out our website at thesportsfreepodcast.com. In the description down below, you will find all of our social media platforms, so give us a like and a follow there. We greatly appreciate it. As well as, please remember to give us a listen and sub on iTunes. And if you have anything you would like us to cover, make sure you submit that to us via email at thesportsbp@yahoo.com, or put it in the comment section down below, and we'd be glad to cover it. But let us know what you guys think about the stage being set for the Minnesota Vikings.